Thank you for attending this open enrollment presentation on employee benefits at Kalamazoo College. My name is Renee Belke and I work in Human Resources. Along with Lisa Vanderwert, Vice President for Business and Finance, Jenna Leroy, Director of Finance, Maisha Wilson, HR Manager, Chris Goggins and Lindsay Koski from Acrisure, we've been working on the college's benefit plan for 2026. We reviewed market data and primary cost drivers, considered a wide variety of potential changes, thought deeply on Kalamazoo College's needs and values, and arrived where we are today. The Benefits and Compensation Review Group and PB&C saw a preview of the then proposed, now finalized, plan changes. You will notice on screen that the plan year is showing January 1, 2026 to December 31, 2026, which are the dates for the next plan year. Using your smartphone, you can use the QR code on the screen to access your new benefit guide. Our presentation today will follow the layout of this guide. You will also have the benefit guide at your fingertips throughout the plan year. We're going to start the presentation by discussing the changes that are coming January 1, and then we'll go through all of the benefits that you have so that you can make an informed decision during this open enrollment period. The link to the guide is the same as in past years. The information that appears on the link is updated annually, so you are welcome to save the link for future reference. The link to the guide can also be found on the HR site. Printed copies are available in Human Resources. This slide is a summary of the changes for this open enrollment and are a great review of all of the things that are new. You'll notice how short this list is. Recent years have seen plenty of changes, including dental, vision, and prescriptions. We will see some changes in 26, but fewer than we've seen in the past. For medical changes, I will go over those changes in a minute. Mental health, we will continue with our partnership with BHS. We will have 3 free visits each plan year, with remaining visits requiring a copay. Starting with the medical coverage changes, you still have the opportunity to choose between the black or standard plan or the orange premium plan. One of the most common questions is how much will be deducted from my paycheck for health insurance? Let's get to that answer first. These are the rates for 26. To find your rate, you can find the plan that you're currently enrolled in, find the column relevant to your pay frequency, find your salary band, and then find the tier that applies to the number of people you are covering. That is how much would be deducted from your check if no other changes were made, such as the plan selected, number of people covered, or salary tier. Biweekly employees. Remember that the health plan deductions are taken from the first 2 pay periods each month. There are 2 months per year that include 3 pay dates. The 3rd pay date of a month does not include health plan deductions. If there are retirees present today, the pre-age 65 retiree rates will be shared at the end of the presentation. So, what are we buying? Let's look at the 2026 plan design summaries. I'm going to focus on the black plan first. I think of this plan again as our standard medical plan. Here is a summary of the structure. You will notice that we continue forward with 3 tiers. Tier 1 is the NOMI network. Tier 2 is the HAP, Physicians Care, or Aetna National networks. These are the networks that were formerly referred to as in-network. Tier 3 remains the out-of-network providers. Going down that Tier 1 column, we see 0 deductible, 0 coinsurance, and 0 copay requirements, with the only exceptions being for copays for urgent care and emergency room visits. NOMI has a fairly large presence in Southwest Michigan and is growing in the region and across the nation. Moving over to the Tier 2 column, we see a deductible increase of $500 for single and $1,000 for family coverage levels. Coinsurance will be 70%, so you would be responsible for 30%. The annual out-of-pocket maximums are shown here. Just a quick note as to why out-of-pocket maximums are included under that Tier 1 network. It's because if someone does have emergency or urgent care copays, these copays would apply to that out-of-pocket maximum. Tier 2 copays remain unchanged for primary care and specialist visits. Urgent care and emergency room copays increase by $25 and $50 respectively. Tier 3, deductibles and coinsurance are shown on screen. The best way to read this column is know that a person is responsible for the first $4,000 and a family responsible for the first $8,000, and then 50% of the total bill for out-of-network situations. Moving on to the orange plan or our premium plan, this is the summary here. Just as with the black plan, we continue to see 3 tiers. Again, Tier 1 continues with 0 deductible, coinsurance, and copays, the only exception being copays for urgent care and emergency room. Moving over to Tier 2, again, we do see a deductible. A deductible for the orange plan is new. The single and family deductibles are $1,000 and $2,000 respectively. Coinsurance is at 80%, so you would be responsible for 20%. Tier 2 copays increase by $15 for primary care and increase by $30 for specialist and urgent care, respectively. Emergency room visits increase by $50. Again, moving over to that third tier, those deductibles and coinsurance are shown there, with individuals responsible for the first $2,000 and families responsible for the first $4,000, and then 50% of the total bill. This slide compares the 2 plans available, the black and the orange, focusing on Tier 1 and Tier 2 providers. Let's look at the copays associated with some common services. For both the black and orange plans, there is no copay for any visit except for urgent and emergency room care in that Tier 1 column. In the Tier 2 column, there are no copays for preventative and Amwell virtual visits. There are copays and coinsurance for other Tier 2 visits. As you can see, there are plenty of zeros in that Tier 1 column and a handful of 0 copays in that Tier 2 column. Both the black and orange plans include the same prescription drug benefits. For the prescription part of the medical plans, there are some changes. In Tier 1, these are all generic medications. The copays will move up $5 to $15 for a 30-day supply. A 90-day supply will be $35. Depending on the medication, the copay may be less than $15. For Tier 2, these are preferred brand name medications. They are increasing $15 for a 30-day supply, and a 90-day supply will cost $100. Tier 3 medications are non-preferred name brand medications. These copays are increasing by $25 for 30 days. These medications are not typically filled in 90-day increments, but if they are, the cost would be $225. Specialty medications are a subset of Tier 3 and are only dispensed in 30-day increments, often requiring a receipt at a medical facility. Prime Therapeutics will continue to manage our prescription drug coverage. As you may be aware, Prime has a specialty drug program through Paid Health. This program saves you and the college money. Their Select Drug and Products program helps lower your healthcare costs by seeking sources of alternative funding for select specialty drugs. If you take or are prescribed a specialty medication, a paid health program case coordinator will contact you. They will tell you about the program, walk you through the enrollment process and requirements. You must enroll in this program or your specialty medication will not be covered. Let's consider both the premium and the potential out-of-pocket costs. This is one example. There are two more examples in your enrollment guide. This example shows a person with single coverage who is in the third salary band. During the next 12 months, they will have an annual exam, sometimes referred to as a preventative visit, one office visit for a sickness of some sort, a specialist visit, perhaps their PCP wanted the person to be examined by a pulmonologist for a cough, one urgent care visit for a twisted ankle while moving some furniture, and they take a generic anti-anxiety medication, which they get filled at the local Walgreens each month. If they have the Black plan, they are paying $1,217 per year from their paycheck. If they have the Orange plan, they're paying $2,834 per year from their paycheck. Add the paycheck deductions to the out-of-pocket costs to determine the total cost of their healthcare coverage. Under the Orange plan, the total cost is just over $3,000, regardless if the person uses Tier 1 or Tier 2 providers, although Tier 1 does offer some savings. Under the Black plan, the total cost is right around $1,500, with Tier 1 providers saving about $100. So consider what services you and your family members are likely to use in the next plan year. Then add the annual premium cost to see which plan makes the most financial sense for you and your household. There are a number of components in our benefits package that are designed to save you and the college money. Let's look at a few of these. Here are some strategies to consider prior to receiving care. You might use the NOMI network, which are those Tier 1 providers and are included in both medical plans. You can find a NOMI provider on the ASR app or by visiting asrhealthbenefits.com. You will use our group ID, the number that you can find on our health card. The number is 1013. You'll enter a zip code and any other filtering information. Search, schedule, and visit. Nothing additional needs to be done to experience this benefit. Explanation of benefits will say NOMI Health discount applied, member not liable. You might also consider the appropriate care setting. One way is to call the non-emergency line for your primary care physician. Bronson Health also has a contact number, an extensive list of conditions, and recommended treatment locations. Type 2 diabetics might enroll in our telehealth condition management program for free supplies. Some might choose to use the Amwell virtual visits, which are all free. Types of care could include obtaining birth control, urgent care, second opinion, or nutrition counseling. Quality online healthcare from anywhere, anytime. No appointment is needed. They are available 24/7. Prescriptions are sent electronically to the pharmacy of your choice. You might also use resources already connected to our plan, including the Benefits Concierge or our BHS Care Coordinator. The Benefits Concierge information is on the screen now. You still have some strategies to ensure that you are paying the correct amount after service has been performed. For example, if initial care was provided at a Tier 2 provider, you can have follow-up care at a Tier 1 provider. You could use your flexible spending dollars to pay for your deductible, or any other out-of-pocket medical expenses. You could also contact the benefits concierge to ensure that your bill is accurate. Now we will review all of our benefit plans. In order to be eligible for Kalamazoo College benefits, employees must work at least 20 hours per week throughout the course of the fiscal year. You are able to cover your family members on the college's plans. Eligible family members include your spouse, domestic partner, children, or disabled children. Domestic partner and spouses may only be covered under the college's medical plan if they are not offered medical coverage through another employer. Children are covered through the month of their 26th birthday. Disabled children may be covered past their 26th birthday if they are unable to support themselves due to a medical disability, physical disability, mental illness, or developmental disability. Medical, dental, and vision coverages end on the last day of the month of separation of employment, layoff, or loss of benefit status. All other coverages end on the last day of employment, layoff, or loss of benefit status. Under certain circumstances, you may be able to continue benefit coverage through COBRA continuation. The elections you make during this open enrollment are locked in for 2026 unless you have a qualifying life event. A qualifying life event could include having a baby, getting married, getting divorced, or a number of other events that could impact eligibility. You must notify Human Resources to make changes within 30 days of the life event. After the current open enrollment period, our next open enrollment will be at the end of 2026 with changes effective on January 1st, 2027. This slide is referencing the government notices that are related to your health care. They can be found by accessing the link shown for the Kalamazoo College bookshelf. Please take a moment to access the bookshelf and review these important notices. You can also find the bookshelf when you visit the Benefits Enrollment Guide. Dental coverage continues with ASR. We will have the same benefits and no cost change. The benefit continues to run on the calendar year, meaning your maximums and frequency limits reset on January 1. Just a special note here, there is no network for the dentist. Some dentists will bill ASR directly, while others will require that you pay and are reimbursed. Vision continues with ASR as well. There are no changes to the coverage or premiums associated with our vision plan. Just like with the dental, the plan resets on January 1. Some vision providers will bill ASR directly, and for other services, you may have to pay out of pocket and be reimbursed. Flexible spending accounts. There are two types of flexible spending account: a medical or health care account and a dependent care account. You have both options available at Kalamazoo College. We will talk about the healthcare flexible spending first. $3,400 is the maximum contribution, and the elected funds are available on January 1, 26. Expenses must be incurred between January 1 and December 31 of 26. You can submit expenses for reimbursement of those funds up to March 31st, 2027. You are able to roll over $680 to the next plan year, and those rollover funds become available on April 1, 27. The second type of flexible spending is dependent care. The maximum contribution for this one is $7,500 or $3,750 if you are married and file separately. Funds are available as they are contributed. Very similar to a bank account, you can't draw money out if there is nothing in the account. Expenses must be incurred at the same time frame as healthcare, so January 1 to December 31 of 26, with submitting reimbursement receipts by March 31 of 27. There is no rollover available with the dependent care. Kalamazoo College provides basic life with Unum in the amount of 2 times your annual earnings with a maximum of $100,000 at no cost to you. In addition, you can purchase voluntary life and accidental death and dismemberment insurance for you and your family. Some instances may require evidence of insurability medical form before voluntary coverage can begin. Make sure that your beneficiaries are up to date. It is very important when enrolling that you elect a beneficiary for this and your retirement plan. Short-term disability is administered by Kalamazoo College. All benefit-eligible faculty and staff are eligible for compensation continuation paid at 60%. Employees may use emergency or sick and vacation time to cover the additional 40%. This is up to 6 months in the event of the employee's own serious health condition. This benefit is subject to approved medical support. Unum provides long-term disability coverage, which is 60% of your regular income, beginning at 6 months after injury or illness. So short-term disability would end and long-term disability would begin. The maximum monthly benefit for long-term disability is $8,000, and this benefit continues until age 65. Accident insurance with Unum is a benefit offered. This type of policy provides a case benefit for injuries for you or an insured family member regarding an accident. Some coverages are listed here, and more detailed summary of coverages can be found in the enrollment guide. We continue our partnership with BHS or Behavioral Health Systems. There are benefits for inpatient and outpatient care. Copays and coinsurance match the medical plan equivalent. There are a few zero copay providers that are both in the BHS and NOMI networks. Pine Rest in Kalamazoo is the closest mental health provider that is in both networks. You see here our Employee Assistance Program Care Coordinator, Stacy Grayson. Stacy responds to the needs associated with our account and also has a number of additional people who support her. The Employee Assistance Program is available to all employees, their spouses, and domestic partners, and dependent children. There are 3 free visits per year, which you can use for things like marriage, family stress, financial or legal needs, work-life balance. The portal member access is listed on the screen along with the employee ID to use. The college offers a 403B retirement savings plan through a multi-employer plan. Funds are kept at TIAA. This plan allows for pre-tax savings of retirement dollars and the option to make after-tax Roth contributions. $24,500 is the 2026 maximum contribution allowed by the IRS for people age 49 and younger. Hub advisors can help you decide how much to contribute, where those investments would best match your goals and obligations. Tom Siebers and Coleman Fox are available regularly, mostly virtually, and periodically in person. The HR office can help you find a quiet place for a virtual visit if needed. The website is listed on screen. Please visit that site for more information. There is a lot of very important information on this slide. Please take a moment to take a photo of it for your reference. Be sure that your mailing address is up to date with Human Resources by November 17th so that your ASR cards can reach you. Digital copies of your ASR cards will be available by logging into your ASR account or by opening your ASR app. Open enrollment for January 1 is an active enrollment for faculty and staff who are actively employed. Your current benefits will not carry over, so it is important to make enrollment choices to be effective January 1. If you want benefits from January 1 to December 31, you must elect them on Hornet HQ during the enrollment period, which ends on November 17, 2025. The next opportunity to elect benefits will be in the fall of next year, with enrollments beginning January 1, 27. Individual enrollment assistance is available for drop-in on November 12th from 11:30 to 1 p.m. and November 14th from 1:30 to 3 p.m. and by appointment. If you have questions now or any time in the year, you have a few resources at your fingertips. Your Human Resources Department with Maisha and Renee are available. Also available is the concierge service that is powered by Acrisure Great Lakes. This is a team available to assist members, faculty, staff with any questions like claim issues, finding a provider, or how to choose a plan. The back of the benefit guide contains a very helpful contact page. This provides you with all of the customer service phone numbers, websites, along with the Kalamazoo College policy numbers. The icons in each of the sections are the actual icons to help you in your search for downloading the apps to the App Store. At the bottom of the page are the HR contacts we just discussed, as well as the concierge information again. This is a very handy one-page resource throughout the year. Pro tip, create a folder in your phone with all of the health-related apps so you can find them quickly. Be sure that those in your household also have the apps downloaded and know how to access their coverage. These are the monthly premiums for our pre-age 65 retirees. Unlike active employees, only retirees who want to make changes need to take action by following the link on the screen. No action is necessary for retirees who want to continue forward with the same coverage. Retirees who began employment at K before October of 2001 are eligible for the grandfathered rates. All rates are effective January 1, 26.